With me tonight is Jerry Humphrey, who is the co-producer and co-host of Take No Prisoners. Jerry, where are you going from here? What is the future of the radio and the TV show?
Well, believe it or not, we're not satisfied with just abusing people with TV and radio. Ben and I are already putting together, and hopefully it'll be out soon, a small fanzine or magazine containing the same, combining rock and humor. And we'd like to do that, and we'd like to continue with the TV show. There's a lot of bands and a lot of things we'd like to do, and like I said, I would like to eventually have some kind of an offshoot where we can get into more just comedy and, you know, maybe in half an hour of an Ernie Kovacs type of thing or experimental TV, just to have fun, because this is a blast. This is fun. It's more fun than I've ever had. The taping of the live bands, the interviews, the post-production, the comedy pieces. I love it all, and it's like this long, sustained, natural high whenever I get to work on it. I'll stick with it as long as it still feels good and is fun. As long as we're doing something, progressing. I guess that's the main thing.
I think that's one thing that sometimes people who are in the audience don't always appreciate: the attraction of the technical side, the sheer delight in sitting there and working the piece till it's just right, and doing the paste up and doing the layout and all the sort of things that people who look only at the talent side, the entertainment side, and they look at the individual who maybe is the host or the singer or the dancer or whatever, and don't realize that the people on the other side are having a whole lot of fun too.
Exactly. And I do this with music too, because I've recorded bands, area bands, made demo tapes for them, because normally it costs a lot of money to go into a studio, and these people are living from day to day, playing from show to show to get enough money to make their guitar payments or whatever. And I like sitting in a studio doing post-production work, whether it be audio. I can sit at a mixing board for hours, or the video or whatever. I love that stuff. That stuff is fascinating to me, and that was another reason I wanted to get into it. It wasn't just to put this stuff on the air, it was to learn that side of it, because it's fascinating to me to create something, to start with all these different pieces and pull it together, and somebody says, yeah, I like that, or I'll always remember that, or something. It's nice because the bands that we feature now have a video cassette that they can take somewhere, to some club, to some record company, and say, this is exactly what we do. There are no overdubs here. This was done live. It's just fly by the seat of your pants, and I like that. I like spontaneity and things just happening, and it's good for them. They appreciate it. They'll look back in 10 or 20 years and say, that was great to have that opportunity.
Yeah, and they have a piece of it, because so much of what we do in our lives, it's there for the moment, and that's fine. It leaves its residue in our spirit, but sometimes we forget. Literally, you can work on something for a long time or have a tremendous experience, and 5 or 6 years later, you don't even remember it happened.
I'm a firm believer in that, and that's why I've always experimented with photography, and I like video, because it's true. And I like looking back at, reminding myself just what happened. I mean, I can look at these guys now that, can look back in 10 or 15 years and say, well, I remember when I had hair, when I was in that group, and I used to hop around like like an idiot, and get a few chuckles out of it, because that's really what all we're trying to do, is we're trying to have fun. There's enough seriousness on TV and the newspaper and the radio and things like that, and we're just kind of a release valve for all of that. We don't take ourselves seriously. The only thing we take seriously is trying to have fun.
All right. Well, we've been talking with Jerry Humphrey, who is the co-host and co-producer of Take No Prisoners, which is a program that airs both on WFBE Public Radio here in Flint, which is 95.1 FM. That's midnight on Saturdays.
Midnight on Saturdays.
And also Channel 17 here on Comcast Cablevision, and that's Tuesday nights at 9. And we hope you will stay tuned and watch that, and also be back with us the next time when we do Hometown Movies. This is Mike Kelly. Thank you for your time.